Hey, it's Jackson Wightman from Proper Propaganda, jacksonwightman.com. Wanted to take a little bit of time today to record my first video post about reflective listening. Reflective listening is something I've referred to in other posts. It is perhaps the most important managerial communications technique for me that I engage in every day. And I think a lot of miscommunication and a lot of productivity can be saved if managers and their subordinates engage in reflective listening as kind of a communications tool. When we talk about reflective listening, what do we mean? In essence, if you are the speaker and I am the listener, and you say something to me, I'm going to mirror it back to you. I'm going to just reflect it back at you so that you know I understand what you've said. So if you say to me, if you're my boss, and you say to me, listen, Whiteman, have the report for client X ready on Tuesday morning at 10:30. There needs to be 3 marketing tactics and a costed plan. I will then say, okay, so just so I'm entirely clear, you want the report ready Tuesday. 10:30 in the morning is the absolute deadline that you need it by. And you really need to have a minimum of 3 tactics and a costed sort of measurable sort of financial aspect to it. What I'm doing when I communicate this way to you, I am letting you know, I'm letting you hear that I understand what you said. And why is this good? Well, it's good because often we tell people to do something or people tell us to do something and then we do the wrong thing. So by reflecting back, by going back to them and saying, hey, you know what? I think you just said this, or just to be clear, you said this, is a great way to kind of make sure that everybody's on the same page. This is particularly useful as a technique if you are a manager of a remote team. This is the situation I am in. I have communications professionals who work for me who are spread across a continent. I have a head office in Los Angeles and I reside in the fair city of Montreal. So reflective listening on the telephone, spitting back what they say at you, very, very, very important, because the propensity for communication breakdown in a remote managerial situation is much, much bigger than face-to-face, especially because people don't always use Skype, people don't always get that body language. So communication is tougher in those situations. Reflective listening is absolutely critical. So if you're out there and you're managing a remote team, or even if you're not, it never hurts people. It never hurts to have people say back to you what you said to them. That, in essence, my friends, is reflective listening. Incredibly useful managerial technique. Highly, highly recommend using it. I was reticent to use it at first. I thought, oh my gosh, this is belittling. I'm going to tell people what they just told me. Maybe I'm going to make them feel stupid. In effect, no. I have only anecdotal evidence, but I can guarantee you the productivity, the instances of screw-ups through miscommunication in my department, far, far less, because we've made this part of our culture in the PR department that I work in, that I run. So that is today's post. Hope you're having a good one. Proper Propaganda, jacksonwhiteman.com. Respect der down.